Okay, so this video had to be continued because the video turned off because I wanted to check the time. It was 10:07 at that time, or you can say that it is 22:07 in 24-hour format. We got a vehicle driving down the highway right now with really bright LED lights. But I got it zoomed in as far as I can. I'm on a 12 times zoom. So that's as much as I can magnify it. And I do see one. Well, it went away. It was right above these power lines that are in front of me now. Now, if they didn't turn out, I would have thought it was a planet when I saw the first one. But they get really bright at times and then they dim out and you can't see them anymore. But they're still dim enough to where I can still spot one right now. I have been seeing objects in the sky that were as high as, they look like they were as high as the stars. But then it moved. It moved for a bit. There's one right by the power lines again. It's not bright enough to pick up yet. It looks like it's moving like north or northeast. It's moving slow. The one that was behind the power lines, I can't see it anymore. I'm still with you guys. Just being quiet because I'm trying to concentrate on movement. Because they're so dim right now, I can't pick them up on the video. Wish I had a better camera. Okay, so the one that was by the power lines actually went below the power lines, and now it is rising again, and now it's above the power lines. Ooh, there's one. That one almost looks like you can pick it up. It looks like it's just right above the Sierras. But when it moved, it dimmed out. I'm not sure if it went behind the mountain. But there's another one moving northeast. It's above the power lines, but it dimmed out and I can't see it anymore. It must be nocturnal creatures if they come out at night. There's still 2 or 3 of them, but they're so dim that you can barely see them. Yeah, they're still there. There's one above the power line. It looks like it... I can't tell if it's moving or not. It might just be stationary. It's so dim. Again, it's not going to pick it up. Not enough light. But you saw the other ones. Not sure what the significance of tonight is. Maybe this always happens. I'm not sure if it happens every night. Okay, there's one, and it is below the power line. And it's moving northeast. It's moving slow. It's not doing anything erratic or crazy. Yeah, it makes you question, like, do they move into position to appear to look like a star and just stay there for a while? But these are actually moving. And where I usually observe the sky from, I don't look in this direction. I just look straight up. And I have seen 2 objects a couple nights apart where they looked like they were about as high as the stars were, and you would see them move across the sky and then they would just dim out. But they weren't a meteor because they didn't have a tail on it. And you know, from as far away as they are, I'm not sure if I would even hear a sound from them if they had some sort of jet propulsion or whatnot. But anyhow, it could have been a satellite that moved out of reflection from the sun, and that's the reason why that those other 2 objects that I had mentioned 2 nights apart had dimmed out. Man, there's a lot of traffic on this road. I don't know why I'm like self-conscious. I, don't want them to turn in and shine their headlights on me and see me sitting here on a rock holding the phone up looking at the sky. But I can't believe how many different ones that I saw. I mean, they all look the same. They all do the same thing. But I just can't believe how many there were. I'm going to have to look this way more often. It's pretty interesting. There's been quite a few things that I've seen in the sky where I've questioned it because of it looks flat in the sky. It's not round the way that the light is emitting from them. So, to me, stars look more as if they project a light that is more spherical. But then I see these things in the sky and it's like multiple colors and it looks flat. But these ones in the camera, these ones show up to be round. There's another one going up over there. You're not going to be able to see it because it's not bright enough. But it's moving straight up, and there's another one coming towards it. And the one that was coming towards it dimmed out. But the other one that was below it is still moving upwards. It's at the bottom of the power lines, and it's climbing above the power lines in my view. This is crazy. I've never seen this much activity all at once. So that's what I get for going to bed early. I've been going to bed about 9ish o'clock, 10 o'clock latest. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to get for you because they haven't brightened up to where you can pick them up anymore. Okay, those lights at the bottom of the screen that you're... Okay, oh, there's one right there. That one's bright enough. I see it flashing. What the heck is that? Okay, so I'm going to dip the camera down a little bit to try to pick up some background lighting that's out there. Okay, I don't know what's flashing. Okay, so those things that I just showed you, there's a highway out there, so it's picking that up. That's not what I'm trying to look at. Porsche Cayenne, that doesn't sound like it's running very well, just passed by. That's the noise that you may have picked up. Okay, so there's another one. I wish I can pick it up. It just dimmed out. But it was rising, but it was moving to the northeast. But they all seem to be coming from behind the Eastern Sierras. Now the area that I'm pointing at is a little bit north on the mountain range from an area that they call Five Fingers. But this is definitely interesting. Where they're going, I don't know, because they dim out and then I can't follow them anymore with my eyes. I know the camera's not going to be able to pick up something so dim. But earlier I showed you the lights that were definitely not touching the mountain. Not driving along the top of the mountain, because these mountains are pretty jagged. You know, there is a trail up there called the Pacific Coast Trail, but it's nothing attached to the mountain because it comes from but looks like it's behind the mountain. And then it just starts going straight up. And then once it gets up to a certain height, it seems to move to the northeast. Now there's another light coming off the mountain. And that one is going straight up. And I could still see the silhouette of the mountain. And it's above the mountain range. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to have to show this video to a friend tomorrow. Now the one that was coming out, the last one that I just saw coming off the mountain, it looked like it was like right at the silhouette of the mountain, and then it just kept getting higher, and then it dimmed out. These guys are pretty sneaky. I wish they'd just stay lit up. Okay, there's another one right there. That one looks like it's flying over the mountain. There's one that looks like it's on the mountain, and it looks like it's starting to rise. Once it got over the top of the other one and just barely past it, it dimmed out. And the one that was coming off the mountain below it, it dimmed out pretty early. I wish they would just let themselves be seen. They don't scare me. Now, there is some sort of a glow behind the mountain right now. That area where they're coming from is a little brighter. Okay, there's another one. It's coming up. It's going up, but it's moving northeast or something. And then it just dimmed out. I'm gonna have to go back on this video and start counting them all. I mean, I can understand like one, but seeing as many as I have tonight, that's not normal. At first I thought maybe it was a plane in the distance, but it just stayed stationary for a long time, just above the mountains. And I was thinking, oh, maybe that's Venus or something. But now I'm thinking not, because when I went to check on it again, after just believing it could be just a planet, that it wasn't there anymore. I'm like, wait a minute. It's only been like 10 minutes or maybe 15. And then it was gone. And planets don't just disappear. Okay, so now I'm thinking that these other objects over here in the sky could be them. I can't get them because they're too dim. There's like 3 of them. They almost seem like they're hovering over part of the base. And I can't get them on the camera. They're not moving, that I can tell. They're spaced apart, but they're all linear. They're all about the same elevation or altitude. But I'm thinking that if they're coming from where I see them coming up from, that they're getting a certain height and then they're moving in the direction that that I had said, like northeast. I had to find a stationary object to see if these ones that are linear to each other, try to scope the movement, if they're actually moving or not, but it doesn't appear they're moving right now. The one to the furthest northeast, well, I can't say it's northeast, but that's what direction they seem to be moving towards when they come out from behind the hill or the mountain. Okay, so they are changing altitude very slightly. There's 3 of them. There's one that's quite a bit ahead of the others. It's so frustrating that I can't capture these low light images. But there's one that's like directly in front of me right now, and it had dropped in altitude because it went behind the power line, and I can't see it now. Unless it just, no, I thought it dimmed out. No, it's still there. It's just behind the power line, and if I adjust my height, I can still see it, but it's directly behind the power line pretty much, and now it's kind of rising up a little bit to where it's coming above the power line so I can see the lights again, but it seems like it's kind of slowly going up and down just slightly. I'm not sure if like some of these other objects, let's see if I can get that one. It's not bright enough. Now that one would be over the top of China Lake Naval Weapons Warfare Center. But it's not bright enough to get the image. Wait, oh, I had something. Okay, these lights right here are the base, and a car just passed by. So if I go straight up from there, I should have been able to, there's that image. Yep, there it is. That's the one that's above the base. And I'm the one that's making it move because I'm moving the camera. And it's blinking just like how I saw them coming over the mountain. So that must be one of them. That's got to be one of them. Let's see if I can get that one in there again. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to move to my left. I'm going to walk forward and then move to my left. Let's see if I can get these other ones in here. Okay, let me go back down to the ground. I don't see anything. Okay, that is on the base. That's a vehicle out there, way out there. See those 2 headlights? Okay, so I need to move to the left a little bit and then go up. and it's too dim to capture. It almost looks like there's two like that are really close side by side. Let's see, I have to move to the left. Okay, let me get that vehicle on the base again. So there's a vehicle on the base. Or whatever that is out there. Because it did look like, now it looks like 2 or 3 lights side by side. I think, as far as I can tell, these objects are not popping out from behind the Sierras anymore, so I think that all of them that were there have all took flight. So now I'm going to capture a ground image. That's way in the background. There's a highway over there, and there's a little town called Pearsonville. And the other objects, I'm looking at 3 of them right now. They're too dim to capture. There's one like just above one of the power lines. I'm trying to gauge it with the power lines to see if it's moving up or down or to the side. Okay, so I'm going to have to end this because my battery charge is only 15%. But that was pretty interesting seeing that. So, maybe I can edit this to where there isn't so much just blackness and you can only see the objects that I had captured. But I guess that's going to be it for now, because it seems like anything popping over the mountain, I'm not able to see it anymore, because there either isn't anymore, or they're coming up over the mountain totally dimmed out, but I can't see them anymore. But I can see the ones that are in the sky, like that one. That one's bright enough. So I'm going to say that I could see 1, 2, 3. 1 keeps dimming in and out. 4. And then there's that one above the base that I've got in the middle of my screen right now. And looks like there might be something lower and to the left. But it's pretty dim, so I won't be able to capture that. So anyways, I guess that's it for now. Talk to you later, guys. Sunny days out.